What's up, guys? Welcome to the Alpha Male. I hate women. Women are trash podcast.
Yes,
Hosted
yes.
by Top S and Top R, my main homie to my right. Yo, to my right, Top R. Yo, what's up? What
You
it
had to
is?
think about
What
the
it
show
is, homies?
format.
Welcome to the Alpha Male podcast.
You know, if my username wasn't ulterior, I would be on the left all the time.
Real.
Yeah, if it was anything but ulterior, it would be on the left.
Yeah. Just
Oh
kidding, guys.
man.
Welcome back to another godforsaken episode of Northwest Trenches.
I don't think it's that bad of a show, the show we produce here. And we can say
Yeah.
produce because there is effort being put into it. You know, it's a
Yeah.
bit different than other podcasts, I want to say, but maybe
Yeah.
people are saying we're taking a lazy route on the pod.
Yeah, well, the thing is I'm liberal and this is a racist podcast and everything we say is offensive.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we basically deserve the death penalty, just from one liberal, just from me as a liberal and, all liberal stuff that I'm into, like genders and like black people and stuff. Like, this show is evil. To
This
say the
show
least.
is a spawn of Satan, and it will not last a year. Negativity, man. You know what's
you can't
crazy?
say the N-word, dude.
You know what's
You
crazy?
just said the N-word.
I guess I did. I apologize. You know what's crazy, though?
What's crazy?
10 more of these, and we got a year down. Like after
dude,
this
a
one,
full
we
year
got
of podcasting.
after this one, we got a full year down in like 2
I'm
months.
not masturbating. My nuts are just. I gotta adjust them real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, crisis averted.
It would have been really funny if you just had like a fake, literally anything in there, like a tiny dagger or something, and you pull it out.
Yeah, I pull out a K-bar combat knife.
That's a interesting thing that keeps happening on these security things I keep being a part of.
Knives.
Yeah, I keep finding people with like multi-tools or like switchblade kind of knives. I don't know what it is, man, but
popular.
people just
don't know, people
understand.
People carry knives a lot. I carry a knife every day.
Yeah, it's just.
In fact, I'm carrying one right now.
It's just that the qualification of. Oh wow. Oh god. The qualification for like entering any sort of event is that you don't wear a knife on you or a gun or anything like that. But people keep doing it. I don't know what that is. Maybe people just get used to it enough from their jobs.
That's definitely what it is. That's definitely what it is. Because I don't know. I remember. There's one time I was going to see Guar. I think it was the first time I went to see Guar. We were walking and we got literally to the venue from the parking garage, and I was like, "Oh, hold on, guys! I have to turn around. I still have my knife on me. Like I carry around a knife so much that it's just like." I'll take everything out of my pockets and I'll take my pants off, to beat off or whatever, and my knife will be attached to my pants. I'll just forget that it's hooked to my pocket, and then I'll pick up that pair of pants and wear them another day, and I'll be like, oh, my knife is here. That's where that went.
There's also some bullshit with this security stuff, where people go through and have their arms up like it's the airport.
Yeah.
And every time that happens, I have to yell, "This is not the airport. Put your arms down."
Do you scream at them?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I don't know if you could say I have a very strong voice. I don't know how to judge that, but somehow I'm able to like scream that kind of and it doesn't hurt me at all throughout the day, because most of these shifts are like 4 hours of doing that, and it never like bothers me. I don't know if it's just doing this podcast enough that I'm just used to using my voice and like projecting a little. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I just know I'm good at yelling. I'm really good at yelling, and I enjoy yelling, and I enjoy yelling at people and things. I just enjoy the whole process behind it.
Oh, Shane, I did put in a question on the other server for Discord things.
Okay, what was it?
Give me your opinion on why stores skip Thanksgiving. And
like
how,
as like a retail thing?
Yeah, and how you react to Thanksgiving being skipped over.
I don't know. First of all, there's not a whole lot of commerce that can be done for Thanksgiving outside of buying food. Like, you don't put up Thanksgiving decorations. I mean, there's like fall decor, but like that's different from like, Halloween or Christmas decorations, right? How do I feel about it? Couldn't care less.
I just don't like the situation that like American marketing makes it so that Thanksgiving is worth nothing outside of like the Thanksgiving Day parade and 3 football games. No one really cares about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I do. I like
man.
Thanksgiving. I'm literally looking forward to Thanksgiving right now.
I am too.
Because I get time off of work. I get, I don't get time off of school, but I won't have homework that weekend. And I'll get to fucking eat fucking food. I'll get to tell my family about Donald Trump, whether he wins or loses the election.
Yeah. You get to say, the orange guy sort of lost.
I'll get to be like,
not my favorite.
Like my one set of grandparents actually both sets of grandparents on my dad's side. They're both like, they used to be staunch Republicans, and now they're like staunch Democrats for some reason. Just because they don't like Trump, it's for no like real. There's no shift in like policy or anything for them. It's just because they don't like Donald Trump. So if he wins, I can basically just be like, ha ha, my guy won, my top guy won, and you're lying, evil, demonic Kamala. She lost horribly. She lost one of the worst losses, I think. I can hit them with some of that and really ruffle their feathers. Then they'll poison my food or something, but that's besides the point. I'm very much so looking forward to Thanksgiving.
I really want to just explain why I really like Thanksgiving as a holiday, and for some reason marketing all around the United States just like cancels it out. They straight up just like scan over
canceled for being racist because they killed the Indians to make the turkey. The turkey is a surrogate for the dead Indians that the pioneers ate on the first Thanksgiving.
Maybe
that's why it's getting canceled.
Maybe
it's racist.
I just think it's really fucking dumb, right? That we have 3 holidays, and if you count New Year's, 4 in 3 months.
I do.
And you just skip over the middle one. It'd be like if we celebrated Valentine's Day and then we just straight up skip St. Patrick's Day and then celebrated Easter. Like, what are we doing? Well,
like, what would Thanksgiving decor look like to you?
Cornucopias, right? Nice
that's
little
fall decor.
Nice little leaf trinkets.
No, that's fall decor.
Pilgrim hats.
Okay.
Getting mad at each other about politics.
Okay.
False,
that's like something,
false togetherness.
Like a decoration.
False togetherness.
Is that supposed to be a decoration you can sell, though? Is where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You can sell political arguments
Yeah.
at the Thanksgiving dinner table as like decor.
They've done it before. They'll
Is that
do
what
it
you're telling
again.
me? How are you supposed to do that?
You can get Thanksgiving plates. One plate is a turkey and then like Democratic, and then another turkey Republican.
Okay. All right. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we can corner the market because that doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could corner the market on Thanksgiving decor,
I'm just
you know?
saying, like, if you just skip over a fucking holiday, then what's the point of the holiday, you know? A lot of people really love Black Friday, right? Because it's right after. And technically, I would count it as a part of Thanksgiving because it's right after.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Cyber Monday. I think it should just like be Cyber Saturday maybe and link up that
Yeah.
way. But
Cyber Monday. What a gay name
it is
for
gay
that.
in a
Pick
way.
such a fucking gay ass name for that shit. Cyber Monday. Oh, I can't wait for Cyber Monday. Like Black Friday. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday? Fuck off.
It's from the
Yeah.
good old 2000s. Wanna cyber? In random ass chat rooms.
Right. I'd love to meet the Zionist fucking Jew that came up with the phrase Cyber Monday.
I just know, like, when you look at Cyber Monday, it's mostly just Amazon that, like, takes up most of the sales anyways.
Yeah.
So why don't they move it to, like, Saturday so it all links together, you know?
I don't know, because you'll get the shit in the mail quicker probably on Monday if you order it on Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. Yeah, maybe. It's just a big old mess because Thanksgiving is one of those holidays that you don't really want to skip. But the way that marketing has it is like no one celebrates it, apparently. Like, I don't get that.
I don't know. There's probably a push from left-wing institutions to get rid of Thanksgiving, and that's why. That's my conspiracy
Is
theory.
it is it because of us slaughtering a bunch of Native Americans throughout the time of Thanksgiving starting?
I guess so. That would be my assumption. I don't know. That's a conspiracy theory that I just came up with right now. So
you're like, please don't add to it. It's just gonna be one statement. Stop talking about it.
Well, no, you can add to it all you want. Just don't expect me to like answer long form questions.
Okay.
About it. There's a fly in this room, dude.
There was
really pissing me off.
There was like a gnat or a mosquito that's like that big. Like that big, just fucking floating around here.
Those things are horrible too.
Yeah.
I wish I had like laser powers so I could just laser that fucking fly. But I wish I had slowing down time powers too, so I can make the fly feel it for like an eternity as it's slowly being like burnt by the laser eye.
You kind of want like Red Dead Redemption Deadeye, but with a laser.
Yeah, no, that'd be perfect. I've been thinking about getting one of them bug assault guns. Like you put fucking salt in it and then you can kill flies with it. I want to get one of those because I've used one before and they're really satisfying.
This does bring up my interesting situation of figuring out what Wolverine would be good at, popular Marvel superhero Wolverine. Because if he's trapped in fucking like California traffic all the time and he's getting mad at being stuck in the traffic, his claws are just gonna come out and like poke random shit through the dash, right?
That's rough. That fucking sucks, dude.
He's playing basketball and he's trying to rebound off of LeBron and he accidentally slashes LeBron across the face.
Yeah, I think LeBron would deserve it for his transgressions at the Diddy parties.
That is something that people have brought up before that I've listened to. Apparently, LeBron was a part of those parties.
Yeah, the
At
Bron
least like
James.
2 of them.
Yeah, he was probably there playing like basketball on like a woman's pussy or something. He
I
was like,
guess,
"Hey,
man.
hey, yo,
Apparently, there's
daddy,
a half-naked
I wanna
picture
play
of
basketball on
J-Lo
this
out
girl
there
pussy."
from one of the
There's a
parties.
there's a
And it
what?
has Chris Rock in it, too.
There's a what?
There's a
Picture of what?
half-naked image of Jennifer Lopez and Chris Rock and P. Diddy in the same picture.
Ooh, damn. J-Lo's pretty hot.
But
Yeah,
back
I'd
to the
fuck her.
Wolverine thing real quick. Can you imagine he's like in the middle of playing like Call of Duty or some shit, and he keeps getting his shit rocked by people, and he just goes, fuck! And he grips the controller and his claws pop out?
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucked up for him, I think. I think that would be bad optics, playing Xbox as Wolverine.
He's playing Fortnite on his monitor, and some kid just double pump kills him. And he goes, fucking bullshit! And he starts slamming shit around, and he slashes through the monitor.
Wasn't there a Wolverine movie where the claws were like bone?
Yeah.
Like coming out of his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and thinking like, damn, dude, that's fucking fucked.
The lab from X-Men 2 is the lab where the metal got put on his claws.
Okay.
But like before that, in like X-Men Origins, I know no one wants to watch that movie. He had
like
bone
X-Men
claws.
Origins, because it's fucking boring.
But yeah, he had bone claws
seen the
that
movie.
entire movie, and for some reason they sewed up Deadpool's mouth so he couldn't talk.
Damn, dude. Trying to keep the white man down again, trying to silence
Yeah.
the white man. Can't
Yeah.
have that shit.
Silencing
Fucking
Ryan
bullshit.
Reynolds? What the fuck, man? Most handsome man in the universe, and you fucking keep him quiet? That's bullshit.
Okay, that was kind of gay. You think another man is handsome?
Dude,
and
that
even more so the most
Hold
handsome
on.
man in the entire universe?
Hold on, dog. He's been voted most handsome man, I think, twice. So it's a fine thing to say.
By who?
By
Who voted?
By fucking like USA Today or some bullshit.
By Zionist Israel Jewish magazine of Israel Today.
Why are you so uppity about Jewish people right now? What is going
I'm not.
on?
It's not Jewish people. It's Zionist Israel. That's my target. That's my target.
I don't know if that makes you a target or not for them.
I don't care. What are they going to do? Are they going to make my phone fucking blow up? Is that what they're going to do? They're going to blow my phone up and blow my head off?
Maybe.
They'd be doing me a favor.
Maybe.
In fact, they'd be doing me a favor.
They might be like this CNN host who was fighting with another CNN host and hoped that his beeper would go off.
Really? Wait,
Yeah.
really? Is that something that happened?
Yeah, that happened like
That's
3 days ago.
He said, I hope Mossad blows up your beeper and kills you.
Yeah. I was just like, whoa, where did this come from?
That's really funny.
He got fired for it, but
what the fuck? He got fired for that?
He got fired for it. But the
they
guy
gotta put
who
him
he
on the
said
Daily
that
Show.
to called him a Nazi and didn't get fired.
Oh my god. Wow. You know what? I wonder who is running. I wonder what type of person's running CNN. Wonder what genre of person that is.
Genre? You don't say type, you say genre. That's fucking crazy. It's the fucking horror villain. That's who runs CNN, the horror villain genre.
Yeah, the real horror villain is Benjamin Netanyahu.
Man, you were on a hard read today. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know either, dude. I'm tired.
Sleepy. You know what is going on? Something that did come up recently.
What did come up recently?
6 days ago, the start of Fish Tank Season 3 came up. Fish Tank
Live Season 3. Ha ha ha!
I'm so glad that they have returned to the house from the second season for the most part.
Well, the 2.5 season,
Ah, yes.
kinda, or whatever it
It
is.
might just be the Blood Games house for
It is.
like
It's on the
post
same.
Blood Games when it
Yeah,
was the
it's on
Cell and
the.
Bitch Tank.
Yeah, the Cell Bitch Tank. It's the Bitch Tank house as far as I'm
Mm-hmm.
concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so far I've been fuck. I think this is shaping up to be one of the best seasons yet, I think. Um, I guess for our viewers that don't know what we're talking about or haven't watched Fish Tank ever but know what it is, this season they've taken 12 contestants and put them in a house that's monitored 24/7. Um, there's like TTS, text to speech messages that viewers can send. There's fish toys, which are basically ways to fuck with the contestants directly. But this season, the contestants are convinced that they are on a show called Famous House, hosted by Jeremy Gold, aka G. and
It really gives like mid 2000s, early 2010s Big Brother vibes.
yeah, so they're really cheesing it up with all the reality TV stuff, but the contestants don't know that they're on Sam Hyde's fish tank. And there is like there's a contestant or two right now. One of them, Alex B, he for sure knows what fish tank is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And he
and
acts a
then
bit crazier than everybody else. But I don't
yeah, the
think
dude's a nut.
I don't
He's my
think
favorite.
I don't think this man is a schizophrenic, but he's acting
He's
it up
not.
as much as possible so that people support him more.
No, I don't think he's acting up at all. I think that's literally how he is. Because
Oh,
you have to remember, this is like they don't know that they have like upwards of 10,000 people watching them at a time.
yeah.
That's the other thing. The other gaslight is that uh, the fish don't know that it's being streamed live.
Mm.
They have no idea.
The only
Which
other person
is insane.
The only other person who at this point in time has any sort of like sniff that this is an actual like different show is Mizzy, this
Yeah,
very nice looking lady.
she's
Um,
hot.
and she just figured it out today, or at least a segment of how it actually works.
Yeah, and she's getting warmer. But I don't think any of them know what fish tank actually is. Um, we have some great characters this season around, dude. We got fucking the aforementioned Alex B. Guy is my favorite fucking fish in the whole house.
You got
The
Bert
dude
in there.
just, yeah, Alex is crazy. You have Bert spelled like black urban ripped trainer.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, I
his
didn't
words, not
connect that
mine.
together. Oh,
He says that in his first
that's
confessional.
crazy.
Yeah. But no, uh, Bert's just a fucking psycho, schizophrenic guy who's gay
Yeah,
or he's bisexual, but
yeah.
he likes having sex with like little white boys like me.
Mm.
And he's gotten naked on the camera
he
without knowing it.
Yeah, he like continues to forget that there's a camera there every time.
Yeah, well, the thing, like I said, they don't know it's live. So how's he supposed to know that there are thousands of people looking at his penis? Oh yeah, he has a BBL.
Hmm.
He has scars from like a Brazilian butt lift surgery,
Huh.
which I think is really funny.
There's
Um,
aforementioned Mizzy, who is one of the first people to get into the house, and
yeah,
she rooms with a lady named Alexis.
yeah, Alexis. I feel like she's the most reality TV esque, like typecast reality TV person in the house. Um, I don't know. Mizzy and Alexis are kind of annoying. in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of either of them. I'm excited for the TTS to start up so that people can start really ripping Alexis to shreds. I think that'll
Yeah.
be really funny to
I have a
watch.
weird feeling she's going to leave like 2 days after it's introduced.
Yeah. Well, they introduced uh in the previous seasons, TTS was a pre-established thing where the contestants knew what it was. They knew that viewers could type stuff in and essentially kind of talk to them through TTS. But this time around, it is a gaslight. The famous house contestants are led to believe that TTS is an AI thing that's been watching them and learning from their behavior through the cameras in the house. So I think that I don't know. I think that's an interesting concept, and I'm honestly just kind of sitting back to see how it works as they slow roll more TTS stuff out.
The first use, if I remember right, is saying "Hi, Bert" while Bert is working through his backpack, and he turns to the camera and he's just like, "What the fuck was that? Hi?"
Yeah. What other
There's
contestants do
Ian.
we have?
Good old,
Ian,
good
yeah,
old
King
Ian.
dude. Yeah, I like Ian. I was like I was following. I've been following the herd when it comes to the Ian fans. You know, he first came in. He's done literally nothing. He's done absolutely fucking nothing, except like lay on the couch, sleep, and eat food. That's always fun. Oh yeah, and he whenever there's like cigarettes and alcohol around, he smokes cigarettes and drinks.
Hell yeah,
Uh,
dude. True
so
American.
at some point, so originally people were like, "Oh, Ian's gay. He's non-tent. This guy sucks. He doesn't
Non-tent.
fucking do anything." And there was a certain point this week where there was just a stark like night and day shift to where now Ian is everybody's favorite guy.
Yeah.
Like it's endearing watching him just not give a single fuck about anything going on. Like they got him drunk last night and he actually started talking to some of the
Dude,
other people.
he made so much
He did not
content last night.
he did. He did. He was doing great. And the funniest part about all of it to me is that he knew all the guys' names, right? The only girl in the house he knew the name of was Binks. And he just didn't care to learn the other names of all these chicks. And it led on into this morning. Fucking he's in the kitchen and Alexis is there and he's like, your name is Binks, right? And she's like, no, it's not.
He just doesn't give a shit. I love him.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
like, there's a clip of him. There's a clip of him
he's a
in confessional
freeloader
where
now.
he's like, I'm trying to care, but I just don't give a
He's so
fuck.
fucking funny. He's so fucking cool. But yeah, they made him a freeloader. I don't know if they even told him.
No, they haven't.
He's just able to be there forever now.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm responsible to it, but I do find it kind of funny how I made a tweet that was like, yeah, if they get rid of Ian, they should just keep him around for the rest of the show. And like literally that night is when they changed his status from contestant to freeloader, which is really funny.
Yeah. There hasn't been any other freeloaders so far in this season.
No, I'm sure there will be eventually. I would imagine. I don't know. It's kind of like pretty integral part of the game. They didn't do it during Blood Games because it didn't make sense to. But no, season 1 and season 2 they had plenty of freeloaders.
They did throw out a contestant though already. Luke.
Yeah, Big Brother Luke. Luke from Big Brother.
He said the N-word and got in trouble.
On Big Brother.
On Big Brother. And
If you
this,
say the N-word on Fish Tank, you're not getting in any
yeah,
trouble. In
yeah,
fact, it's
they're fine.
encouraged.
They're fine on there. And what's interesting about Luke is that like he knew it was a strategy game the entire time, and he still
Yeah.
fucked it up. I don't know how that's possible, but he fucked it up still.
Yeah, he crashed out on the resident Indian guy in the
Symbol.
house, Symbol, who is a filmmaker from New York and a creep to all women, to nobody's
Yeah,
surprise. An
yeah.
Indian guy being creepy to women, like
This poor guy
I've never heard of
scared.
that before.
This poor guy scared the heck out of Binks, who is this very nice looking goth lady.
Yeah, I'm Binks pilled. Also, big Binks fan over here. Alex B and Binks are my top two. I'm saying it.
Hmm.
I want to see them win the game. Either of them.
But yeah, back to Luke real quick. I'm sorry, I just knew you were introducing Binks, and then I went to Luke.
Oh yeah.
Back
Oh
to
yeah.
Luke.
Okay. I guess
Back
I
to
yeah
Luke.
I yeah I guess I'll introduce Binks. Yeah, no, she's a
Yeah, that's
live
fine.
streamer. Binks Basilisk. I assume on Twitch or something like that. Uh, she's 32,
Yeah.
which is really funny that she's like has an e-girl persona at age 32. Let that sink in for a second. But no, I don't know. I like her. She's pretty down to earth. She has some funny moments. She called Symbol a she say she's like I think she said Symbol is a stench that repels women. That is a direct quote
What the
from
fuck?
her about Symbol today.
What in the world? Oh man, that's rough.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, this show is really fucking good right now. Like,
yep.
unironically, I think Smack, which is an abbreviation of this lady's full name.
No, that's her last name.
Oh, I thought it was an abbreviation of like Sam and Mac or something.
No.
Huh. But Smack, she is probably like unironically a number 2 for me. Like it would be Binks and her. But I don't know. They're trying to plot against her right now, and she has no clue, which is really funny.
Yeah, she's also really hot. All the females in the house are hot this season. I want to make that very clear.
Mm-hmm. And then we get a freeloader, and it's just like the worst looking person possible. That's how they're gonna play it, I feel.
Yeah, I think they're gonna bring back Airsoft Fatty at some point, probably.
Dude, if that happens, Alexis is gonna crash out so hard. She's gonna be freaking out the entire time.
Well, I already know we have an impending crash out with Mizzy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At least I did. Now that she is brought up, today she brought up a conspiracy where she basically was like, my conspiracy is that Famous House is fake. It's being streamed on YouTube, or it's being posted to YouTube, and it's a social experiment.
She's getting damn close, man.
Yeah,
She's
that's
getting
partially
damn
true.
close.
So I feel like if that's her conspiracy and it turns out to be true, there's a lesser I just feel like there's a lesser chance of a crash out compared to like maybe someone like LaRon, a gay black guy, a little gay black boy from the hoods of Chicago. That's how he describes himself.
There's also Peyton, a lesbian lady who
she's hot.
Who is very nice and kind, but she kind of like goes into the background most scenes.
Yeah, she is good at scheming. I will give her that. But I feel like if and when it's eventually revealed that Famous House is fake and that they're on a show called Fish Tank created by controversial comedian Sam Hyde, I feel like LaRon will have a major crash out. And I saw on Twitter, LaRon's mom is already aware that he's not on Famous House. He's on a show called Fish Tank.
What if LaRon's mom is the first freeloader, and that's how he crashes out?
I always thought that like since season one, I thought it would be really funny if they brought in a contestant's parent or parents as freeloaders and made them like compete against their kid and
Hell
like
yeah,
kind of like
dude.
fuck their kid over in a bunch of ways. I thought that that would be a really funny idea for the show. But no, I the from what I saw, because somebody made a comment to her on Facebook about it,
Oh shit.
and um, she said like, "In Jesus' name, I rebuke any shortcomings." Like she had like a whole like Jesus tirade
Oh man.
about like it, and I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, this woman is so cracked."
It'd be really fucking cool if that happened. Uh,
Yeah, dude.
it would be also really nice if they kept the charade up for like another week, and they had like Alexis's kid in like a promo video of like "I miss you, mom," and like start
Oh
tormenting
my
her that
God,
way.
that would be so bad. Holy shit, that's a great idea for the show though.
I
Like,
have a weird feeling they're gonna do that shit.
oh my God. You know, it's really the show could go any which way at this point, and I've just been hooked on this shit, man. Like even I had my therapy appointment today. I was watch like I had the show open on my phone connected to the fucking Bluetooth. So I was like listening to what was going on, and I pulled up to the therapy thing. I was like 5 minutes late,
Oh
and
damn.
I was like still I had to sit there for a couple extra minutes and just watch what was happening. And it was like it was during the computer reveal actually, and I was just like, "Fuck, dude. God damn it. I got to go in there now. I like fuck." And no, it was pretty funny that I explaining fish tank to my fucking therapist today. I got to tell you, that was pretty funny
I
stuff.
bet your therapist was just like, this guy is just imagining things. There's no way this shit is real. And
No,
just
well, he
writing
knew.
down in the book, insanity. Call
Yeah.
mental hospital.
Yeah. Put this guy in a fucking straitjacket. He's going loopy.
He's talking about Bert. Bert jerking his shit on the camera.
But no, he did know because I was like, "Do you know like he was trying to understand the concept. He was asking me stuff about it. I was like, "Are you aware of the show Big Brother?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know." And I was like, "Yeah, it's basically that, but it's like the Stanford prison experiment." It is like, you know, I use like I don't know. I just thought it was funny. This guy has a doctorate in like not psychology, like therapy or whatever. This guy is a doctor for therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and the at that point in his career, he had to listen to this fucking retard me sit there and ramble on about fucking fish tank.
Oh no. Oh. I don't know. Maybe explaining it to him makes him understand more of like what appeals to you, and maybe he can
No,
use
it
that to
definitely
help
does.
further down the line.
You know, just some of the stuff we were talking about, it felt right to bring it up because
Mm.
it's like, yeah, this is something I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
This is something I love watching, and like it puts me in a good mood when I open up Fish Tank and just see
You see Bert jerking
what
it. Hell
yeah,
yeah,
just see
dude.
yeah,
Let's go.
I open up the Fish Tank Live hashtag on Twitter, and the first thing I see is fucking Bert's soft cock hanging there. Like, yeah, awesome. Yep, like yeah, that's this
Man.
show brings me joy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it. The show brings me joy. Like and that's the shit I have to fucking put up with.
I think it's good to express things that you like and dislike. And I think I'll make you happy here. I finally got to watching Civil War on Max. I did it. I watched the movie.
What'd you think?
I, at first, thought it was just going to be a bunch of political jargon, but
Same here.
it turned into a very powerful movie that I enjoyed.
Yeah, dude. I really liked that movie. I felt like I think I've said this. I said this when I reviewed the movie on a previous podcast for sure. But I thought it was going to be more action and like
Yeah.
combat heavy rather than like a story of like just a bunch of fucking journalists driving around and doing shit.
I think it was interesting that it kind of showed you how this main blonde lady, she like had trauma
Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
from previous wars and everything.
Yeah.
And conflicts. And then it shows you like this tiny new girl who like idolizes her.
She was pretty hot. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
She was pretty hot.
But I think it's interesting that they show that girl in the same kind of like traumatic experience, because it kind of shows like, in a way, yes, she looks up to this other lady, but now she knows what this other lady's been through, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like there's parallels with let's take for example
Yeah.
I'll go with the Pacific because that's also on HBO Max, right? You know, World War II breaks out in the Pacific. The Japanese attack Pearl Harbor. All these young guys are joining up with the Marine Corps, and they have this sense of adventure. They want to go on adventures. They want to be like this badass. But as the show goes on, the reality of it becomes more and more apparent that, you know, war and, you know, going to war and fighting a war is nowhere near as glorious as it's made out to be. And I think that Civil War with, you know, whatever that, you know, younger starting out war journalist girl, I think there's a mirroring there kind of with like, you know, between that, like, yeah, no, it's not like your average like combat like war movie story of like, yeah, we're gonna kill the Japs, everybody, and then it's like, oh my god, half my platoon is dead, I have dysentery. Like it's
Yeah.
but there's a parallel there. Like this girl thinks that it's gonna be like just, oh, I'll be safe, I'll just be safe taking pictures, and it quickly becomes apparent that it's like, no, you're in real danger whenever you're doing that shit. And I just think the slow burn of that throughout the movie is really cool.
I think Jesse Plemons' part kind of shows that some people in this fictionalized conflict of West versus East America, Jesse Plemons' character, where he straight up just disowns anybody not born in the States, shows just how crazy people have gotten during this war.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it's not just, you know, the US forces versus the Western forces fighting each other, groups that are doing like fucked up shit too. And I feel like it's overall like a fairly accurate representation of how something like that would go down.
And it also doesn't help that he's in like a rural environment. I think that's the right term. Where like he's out in the wilderness for the most part. So
yeah,
you could say that he has a lot of stigmas towards other people from where he is.
Yeah, well, if you pay attention in that scene, you know how there's that dump truck there and they're dumping the bodies out? Most of those bodies that they're dumping out are like minorities. Like they're like,
so he's kind of like a supremacist in a way.
Yeah, that's where the movie's getting at without directly doing it, which that was something I enjoyed, the subtlety with the whole politics shit involved in the movie, because they very easily could have made like a left-wing liberal fantasy, because it's a Hollywood movie, right? that stuff's very apparent. That's not just me being like, kind of right-leaning socially or whatever. They could have very easily done just some stupid shit where it's like, look at these dumb racist hicks over here. All they are a bunch of fucking racist. Like, there's a lot of subtlety to it,
Yeah.
and I think it was very well done in that regard. I know the first time I watched the movie, I watched it in theaters, and I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was great, but I watched it a second time, and the viewing experience wasn't as good on streaming compared to the theater.
Yeah.
And I can get into that. But the second time watching it, I got a better appreciation for the story and the characters. Um, my one complaint for how it's presented on streaming, when they made that movie, the scene where Jesse Plemons is like, what kind of American are you? And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm from Hong Kong. And he's like, oh, so China. Bam! And just blast that
Yeah.
fucking guy. They used the raw gunshot sound for that. So when you're in the theaters, you have this like, it's quiet. There's no music. People are talking in like normal tones. And it's very, kind of flat sound-wise. Then all of a sudden you just hear this explosion from this gun, and it made me jump. It made like there's other people in the theater, and I would imagine it made them jump too. You don't get that on streaming, which in my opinion really sucks, because that was like the gunshots were such a big part. Like, they played a role. He wasn't just killing somebody, he was making like a clear statement that the characters were in danger.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just through killing that guy, it was like through the sound design even. And it really disappointed me that they didn't capture that through the streaming service.
The scene near the end of the movie, this is spoiler territory. I guess Jesse Plemons' part is also spoiler territory. But the final bit there where the young girl takes pictures of the president literally just getting shot to death. That part is supposed to represent how jaded she has become by the end of this movie, where she is like just doesn't care what happens. She just wants to be done with everything.
Yeah, she wants to do her job and get out of there.
And I thought that was very, very sad. But it's also what happens to some of these press people when it comes to wars. They become desensitized, jaded, any words like that, depending on how much action they see in the span of like however long they're there.
Yeah. And I hate journalists with a fucking burning passion. I hate journalists so much. I think that is one of the most exploitative and scummy professions there is to get into. And that movie gave me some, believe it or not, some level of sympathy towards journalists, specifically wartime journalists. I feel like, if you're not a wartime journalist, you're still an exploitative scumbag piece of shit.
Like, if all you do is talk about, like, Trump went to the movies and watched blank movie article writers, like, you're not a journalist.
Yeah. And I mean, not to get off topic, but like a lot of the journalists that cover, Trump's evil, Trump is a Nazi, Trump is a fascist, they're like the epitome of that exploitative bullshit thing. There is even a thing today where Trump made a statement where he was like, Liz Cheney is a warmonger. I wonder if she would like it if a gun barrel was sticking 6 inches from her face. And he was making a statement about how Liz Cheney wants to send young men like you and me, and like, some of the guys probably listening to this show, how she wants to send them to war to die, basically just to get blown up by artillery and die for, Israel or Ukraine or, whatever. But like it was the headlines regarding it was not anything about the message Trump was saying. It was Trump wants to murder Liz Cheney by firing. That was like basically the headline they were going with, and it's like if you listen to the clip, that's clearly not what he fucking said.
Well, that's what they do in any case of awful journalism, is that they yoink and twist the fuck out of it to the point where it's just retarded. To lack of better words.
There's a Count Dankula video about it. I forget what the name is, but there is a hostage situation, and I think it was Germany. These two bank robbers took all these people hostage, right? It was a bank robbery, and basically they commandeered a bus, and they're just driving these people around the country, right? And the police were obviously following them, but you know who was one step ahead of the police? Journalists. You know who could have notified the police to these people's locations at any time? The journalists. You know who didn't fucking do that?
Journalists.
Exactly. And what ended up happening was they like murdered some people. Like people died all because these fucking scumbag journalists wanted to get a story out of it, and they wanted a fucking paycheck writing about a traumatic event at the expense of others. Like, journalists are fucking evil. But getting back to Civil War, like I said, it gave me a surprising amount of sympathy for certain types of journalism, you know?
You know who I remind myself of when I don't have this beard I usually have?
You know who else I remind myself of?
I look like Jai Courtney, the guy that plays Boomerang in Suicide Squad. I look like him a little.
Cobby Lang. I look like Cobby Lang.
I got some fucking like shovel face looking action going on, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Who is he?
Looking.
Who did he play in that movie?
Jai Courtney?
Yeah.
He was Boomerang in Suicide Squad.
Oh, wait, yeah, you said that. Duh. I'm a fucking retard.
He's an Australian, and no one likes his acting, even though he's not that bad in some movies.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember him. Yeah, it was Suicide Squad 2.
He was in both of them.
Oh, he's in both of them. He's like, oh, mate, I got a fucking boomerang, mate.
I got a fucking boomerang. How am I going to fucking kill anybody?
I'm going to fucking kill somebody with this fucking boomerang, mate.
In the first movie, he's trying to get out of his cuffs, and then he sees Slipknot do it. And Slipknot tries to go away, and he gets blown up. And he goes, never mind.
They blew up the whole band.
Yeah, dude.
Slipknot, dude.
They got the fucking Corey Taylor and everything, dude. It was so bad.
Clown, dude. They fucking killed Sean Crahan. They killed fucking Clown,
they killed Clown, dude.
Yo, dude. This is Fred Durst. I just wanted to make this video to mourn the loss of my longtime friends in Slipknot.
And then in the background, where's Bam Margera?
Yo, hey guys, it's fucking Bam. Yo, this is Bam Margera, and this is Step on a fucking landmine. This is blow my fucking legs and balls off with a landmine.
Jackass 5, but it's Bam Margera stepping on a landmine and exploding. That's how they start the fucking movie. He just turns into a pile of blood and guts on the floor.
Yeah, dude. He's like, oh no, wee man, I blew my legs off, dude.
He looks like a fucking Call of Duty zombie crawling on the ground.
Yeah, he's a fucking crawler. Like, he's crawling. Wee man, now I'm as tall as you, dude. You gotta sew my legs back on.
Poor
How am I supposed to get pussy now?
Getting sliced punches and shit.
Wee man, I blew my balls off. How am I supposed to how am I supposed to get pussy now?
Whatever happened to Bam Margera? It's been like a year since I've heard anything.
He's a fucking alcoholic, and he does drugs a bunch, and then he stops doing alcohol and drugs, and he's like, yo, this fucking sucks, dude. I'm gonna start doing alcohol and drugs again. And then he does it again, and he was like, he goes to rehab, then he checks himself out, then he goes missing. Literally, he goes missing. There's like a missing persons report out like every other year for Bam Margera for like 3 months at a time.
Hell yeah.
Then he comes back and he goes back to rehab. Then he gets sober again, and then usually within 6 months he's like, "Yeah, I want to do drugs again, dude. I think I'm gonna do nitrous oxide again, dude." You already know
that shit, man.
He's gonna relapse on galaxy gas. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna fucking relapse on galaxy gas, and that's gonna be the next like him tumbling down the fucking hill arc.
Going back to Bert and Alex B from Fish Tank real quick. Did you know that FouseyTube's schizo ass was freaking out on Kick.com recently?
No, what was FouseyTube doing?
He apparently had a crash out because he spoiled who's on his record coming out soon. And he got all pissy at the cameraman. And then, like, the next day, he punched his security guard in the face.
The guy's fucked.
Yeah. Right after he punched that security guard, he got banned on Kick.
What did he even do to, like, get popular? Like, what was he like a prank videos. Channel or something?
Prank videos.
Oh, okay, fake prank videos.
Oh, and he also did fake inspirational videos where he'd be like, "God is the only thing that makes us beautiful," and he would talk like that for like 10 minutes at a time.
Oh my god!
And then he crashed out in like 2017, and he was like, "Drake's gonna be at my event." Because I DM'd him 4 times. I love Drake. He's gonna be here. And then he never showed up.
At his event?
Drake never showed up.
FouseyTube, they call him lying FouseyTube. He's lied about Drake being at his biggest event, and I tell you, FouseyTube, he's a good man, but he lies like lying Kamala and Tim build the walls. I was the first came up with the wall, but Tim Walls stole the idea. Yes, he did.
Apparently, FouseyTube also, yesterday, this was literally yesterday, he tweeted out that he is going to quit the internet at 9 at night of yesterday. And then we checked this morning. I checked this morning. He's still fucking posting shit. He said, "I'm quitting the internet. Fuck this guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck this guy." And then he's just posting more shit this morning. Like, what are you doing?
Bro, he's like Bam Margera. instead of drugs and alcohol, he keeps relapsing on internet.
Dude, I can't believe how fucking atrocious FouseyTube is at times, but yeah, I think that's a good place.
You're fucking up my eyes. Holy shit!
I think that's a good place to stop on this beautiful 40-second episode of Northwest Trenches podcast.
Yep, that was just 40 seconds.
And
we clocked in 40 seconds on the time clock this episode.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys on the next episode next week. See ya.
Yeah. See you guys later. Ha ha ha!
Ha ha ha!